All right, welcome to the team call. It is Wednesday, February 3rd. New month, new contests. We just got back from our team retreat, and I'm going to have some of the leaders share what they experienced this past weekend. And I know we're all still on the high from the retreat. It was emotional, it was exciting, it was hilarious, it was inspiring, it was all the above. So I asked the coaches a few questions about what they got out of the retreat, how they feel after the retreat, and what are they going to be changing and applying? What are they going to do to take action in their business? Because they left on fire. And I really think that many of you who were watching us while we were at the retreat, you were saying, I want to be there next year. And so you have an entire year to work really hard. So if you're one of my personally sponsored coaches, you guys will be coming with me. And if you have another upline, if it's not me, then hopefully your coach will be planning a retreat. But we all have to work together to make it happen, because I paid for everything out of pocket for them pretty much the whole weekend, and I love doing that. But if your upline is a newer coach, then you guys have to work together as a team. The income earning opportunity is obviously just a piece of what we do, but the fact that Dream Corp worked so hard this past year, I was able to give that to them this past weekend. So before I call in some of the leaders to talk about the retreat and what they got out of it, I wanted to open it up. If you guys have any recognition, does anyone have any shout outs that they want to do?
I do. Go ahead, Em.
Thanks. I just wanted to give Lauren a shout out. She's done 2 Real Talk posts in Dream Corp, and I'm just really proud of her for, realizing what this opportunity holds. And, the Monday morning wake up call post was great, and it made me listen to it that day. So I just was really proud of her for posting that. Yay, Lauren.
Yes. And then her post today too. And if you guys don't know that, I really do spend a lot of time online looking for Dream Corp coach posts so that I can support you guys and critique and help and comment and like them. So Lauren, you've been popping up in my newsfeed a lot more, and it makes me so excited. And thanks for your vulnerability. I can never say that word in the team page. Anyone else? There was someone else, I think.
Yeah, me.
Hi.
Hi. I have 2. Jackie, who just started coaching about 2 weeks ago, is halfway to Emerald. And then Haley started yesterday, and she should pop Emerald tomorrow. So super excited.
Rock star. Wow.
I have one real quick.
Absolutely.
So I have a new coach, Allie O'Donnell, who's on her first call tonight. And we met today, and we went over a lot of things, and I made her make a list of 10 people to talk to today, and she reached out to 10 people and messaged them. And so I'm really proud of her, and she's going to rock it.
Wow, what is happening? We have 43 people in the call, all these amazing things and new coaches. I have some new coaches here today too. So that's great. I'm proud of you, Danielle, too, for giving her some direction as a new coach. That is so huge in getting your new coaches started right.
I've got one.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Did we have somebody else too?
That was me, but go ahead.
Oh, all right. Keith, my boyfriend, hit Emerald last week while we were away, which was cool. And it was pretty cool because, Jason, I totally forgot. Jason hit Diamond while we were on retreat too. So like Colleen said, when you're traveling, like things start happening in your business. So it's really cool to actually see that happen. And then I have a huge shout out to my boy Craig. He just signed up probably about 3 weeks ago. He's like totally rocking it. He's sharing. He works at a hospital, so we put up flyers, and he posted at the daycare too. So I just wanted to say, keep rocking, dude, and I'm super excited for you on this journey. So
yes, everyone is rocking it. Jason won't be official tomorrow, but he is basically just sitting there waiting to pop diamonds. And then Layla popped diamond last week. So what Janelle is talking about is, I was trying to explain to the team that it's really crazy what happens when you start going to Beachbody events and when you start traveling, because all the hard work that you put in up until those events starts to pay off while you're away. Like, I swear to you, I can promise you it will happen in your business. It happened while we were gone. I've got my highest paychecks when I was in the middle of the ocean on a cruise ship with Beachbody. I've got my highest paychecks when my husband was starting chemotherapy. Like, it's just so crazy how your hard work really starts to pay off and the freedom that this business gives. So we're here to talk today. Wait, was there any more shout outs? Did I miss any?
I have one.
Sorry, go ahead.
She actually hit it last week, and I don't think her coach was on the call, but Rachel Heath hit Emerald and hit Success Club 10 her first month. So she is rocking it, and I'm so proud of her. I don't think she's on the call, but.
Congrats, Rachel. Rachel, you have awesome selfies if you are watching this later. I love your selfie.
Colleen, I have one more too. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know I said a while ago, but we were away. Laura officially hit Emerald last week. I announced it before that, but she is official.
Yay. Anyone else? All right. I forget what I was going to say when I was going to ramble, but anyways, I'm excited. It's such an amazing thing to actually see the momentum building and the excitement. And if you're brand new, I know we have 49 people, so my thing will actually max out at 50 people because we never have 50 people in the call. So if there's one more person that's going to hop on, they'll be the last one. But if you're a new coach, really take the advice and the inspiration that you hear today from our coaches that were at our team retreat this weekend, because I watched them have these aha moments and I watched them finally believe in themselves just that little bit more that they needed. And so my goal for the retreat I shared with them was I want them to truly see and know all the potential that they have in themselves. I spend a lot of time building relationships with this team one-on-one, and I know everyone's story, and I'm just like, if they could only actually understand their potential. And I feel like by the end of the retreat, they actually did feel that momentum building. So I'm excited to hear what they have to say today. And hopefully, we got 50 people on. We're maxed out. Watch out. I hope you guys don't mind, but Emily, do you want to go first to share something?
Yes, I will go first.
You're on my screen, so it was easy for me to call on you.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm just looking at my notes. So you asked us 3 questions. You asked us what our biggest takeaway was. And I mean, I had a lot of takeaways, but I think the Jeremy Red training, and for those of you that don't know, Jeremy Red is on the executive team at Beachbody. So it was a really big deal that he was there and took his time to teach us, but he made it really simple. And this was a training he gives all the top coaches. I mean, it's going back to the basics. It's the 3 vital behaviors. And he taught us something called Success Club 5 base, which I'm not going to go into detail on, but I'm planning to teach my team about this. But it really is simple. It's, finding people, making relationships, building trust with them. And that will get you the strong people you want, your customers and your coaches. And he said, keep it simple. One thing that also stuck with me from his training is like finding out what makes me unique, because we're all different and there's different things that make us all unique. And why would anyone choose to follow me, and really honing in on that. And I want to find people who are like me to join my team. I also took away the time we were bonding as a Dream Corp team was amazing. I mean, we talk on Facebook every day, but now we truly know each other, and it was an unbelievable experience. And he had a quote, or someone had a quote while we were there. It said, what you tune into is what you turn into. And I've found the more I dive into the Beachbody world and personal development, it affects my business. I mean, I'm different than a lot of the coaches that are at the retreat because my team is really strong. They're awesome, but I struggle every month to hit Success Club. So it's very weird where other people can hit it. I can't. So that was interesting to look at and learn from the other coaches. Another thing I took down is, do a program start to finish. We all did that in the beginning, but then as we get into coaching, we tend to hop around and do hybrids. So he definitely said, pick one and do it from start to finish, and, show that every single day that you're doing it. Day 11 out of 60, day 12 out of 60, be consistent. As we all know, that pays off. Another thing he said was when you're talking to people and building relationships, find out what their whys are, whether it's freedom, it's money, it's wanting to quit a job they hate, and find that out and then find a solution for them and help them fill a void. He told a story about a trampoline that stuck with me, and I will not take up the time now to tell it, but I will write it. I've told it 3 times since I've left the retreat. So it's awesome. The second question she asked was, how are we different since the retreat? And I definitely feel more empowered to help my team and more confident to give them the tools they need to grow in the direction they want to go. I feel much more confident as a leader, and I'm loving sharing the opportunity. I'm still traveling. I'm in Phoenix at a conference for my company, and I've been talking about the retreat nonstop, wearing my sweatshirt everywhere. So I've told everyone. And then she asked what's next for us. And my plan is to finish crafting my story out from start to finish. I want it to live on my blog, so I have it all there and I can refer to it and pull from it. I want to start working on creating my own jumpstart, and my coach Lauren and I have a plan to do that this month and build our own. I plan to be more organized with my time. I wrote out how I want to do a power hour now because I tend to get sucked into Facebook. And I really want to go back and hone in on the 3 vital behaviors because that is the true success with this. I want to hit Success Club every month, and I'm going to work my butt off to do it. And when you start doing those things, everything else falls into place. Jeremy said he didn't hear us mention rank or income once. So, it's really important that will all come if you're doing the 3 vital behaviors and hitting Success Club. And then last, I want to help my coaches grow their businesses and work towards their goals by the time we hit Summit.
Wow.
So, I can't even put into words. It was an amazing weekend.
Yes. I feel like, Emily, you're a completely different person even just speaking on this call. I mean, I don't even know if some of the people that are going to speak today would just speak up in front of 50 people. So, Emily, it's so great to hear these things. And you had it in you the whole time. And I feel like the retreat again just brought it out of you. And are you wearing your hoodie right now?
Yep.
Yay. Oh, oh my God. This is awesome. Yay. Okay, guys. Well, again, if you're a newer coach, maybe you've kind of fallen off or you're don't have the confidence just yet, please know that Emily has stuck around and worked really hard. There's been times where business was hard for me and it was hard for her, and we've always kept each other up. And Emily locked in Success Club the last day of the month, right? Am I making that up? You did, right?
Nope, last day I signed my mom up as a coach.
Yes, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Emily, for sharing. I bet your team's on fire too. Next, I'm just going to read real quick before I forget. I asked Jason, who's been a coach for 2 years. His 2-year anniversary just passed, and he's one of our about-to-be diamond coaches. And he wrote what his biggest things were. And if you guys don't mind, I'd like to read them. So my biggest takeaway from this retreat is that people need to see and or hear things about 18 times before it soaks in. FYI, that's like an actual fact. So that's why we tell you guys to share a lot. Meaning that I need to get my ass in gear with more business webinars, talking workouts, and Shakeology and nutrition. Another big thing for me was how to make reaching Success Club more fun for my coaches. Just by setting up prizes for first and last person to reach it, or by a certain date, will really make people push harder for it. Reaching elite is not as complicated as it seems to reach. Yeah. I feel I am now a more giving person and want to give people everything I have to offer and give always. Even just a simple thank you card for joining my team. I am even more open now to advice that is given to me. Ever since the retreat, I've had more traction towards my posts and my Facebook. People are seeing that this is a business and it's not just me doing things. Actually, there's a lot of people on our team that said that. When you go to events and when you go to retreats, people are like, oh, that's a real thing. Like, you can be a health and fitness coach and earn money. Yes, it's a real thing. So if you're not committing to the events and things like that, when you start to, you'll start to really see your business change. Devin and I have talked about starting an all-male wellness group and ways to market it towards guys to get their asses in gear. We will be doing a Zoom chat about the business and with just being a guy and getting in shape. I need to share more and more and more. So Jason was in the air flying back from Tahoe. That's why he couldn't make the call. But it's been cool to watch kind of the guys in action too. So Devin and Jason were some of the male coaches there. And I think they're on fire too. So that's okay, Filma. Courtney, you want to go next?
I would love to.
All right.
I think it's funny that just from Emily and Jason, I have a lot of similar takeaways, but mine are kind of in a different order. So I think it's interesting how we all kind of pulled the same stuff, but can apply it to our business differently. I have two big takeaways. The first one was how important it is to keep it simple. A lot of times we overcomplicate things, like we'll spend way too much time trying to craft a post and trying to make it perfect or figure out how we're going to talk to someone. But it all comes down to how we can fill a void in someone's life. And I think we forget that a lot of the time. So we really need to concentrate just on asking questions and being a human and like having real conversations and like stop trying to be perfect. Like keep it simple. And that's really like the only thing you need to do, and your business will thrive and you'll help people. So that was one of my big takeaways. And then my other one was just being with the other coaches and realizing like we all struggle. Like there was a few months that I really struggled in my business, and I even thought about quitting a few times. And then just sitting down on the couch and just sharing that we all are struggling with the same exact things. So that was really nice just to hear how they're struggling too and how they overcame some of the things that I was struggling with. So that way I can apply it to my business. So if you're struggling, like just lean on the team. Like there are 50 people on this call and there's probably more that are trying to get on and they're mad that they can't get on now. Like lean on them and they're going to pick you up and help push you through, and don't be afraid to ask questions. So that was one thing that I really got from the team retreat, was just to be able to ask the other leaders in the group questions, and they can help me overcome some of those things too. So I feel that I'm different. I feel like I have a sense of what my actual purpose is now. Before I was kind of just going through the motions. Like I knew this was fun and it was going to be worth it, but I didn't really know why I was doing it. And I have a much greater sense of that now. And also just how to be proud of my uniqueness. I know Emily mentioned that too, but we all have our own special gifts and talents, and it's just how we share that with people. So I really realized like what those are. We actually physically wrote them out when we met with Jeremy, and just writing them out and realizing that like on pen and paper was really big for me. So just being able to apply those into my business. And I really want to share my struggles more. And I know everyone says that over and over, share your real life. Like don't just share the highlight reel. But it's hard to put those things into words, and because you don't want to be a negative Nancy all over Facebook. So, but people want to see your struggles and they want to be able to relate with you. Last night I had posted something about going to the doctor that I don't talk about ever. And I had so many women reach out to me and being like, hey, I just wanted to see what you're doing because I've had similar problems with doctors just wanting to give me drugs and I don't know what to do anymore. So we didn't talk anything about Beachbody, but me opening up and just being honest with them about something that I didn't want to share, like got them just talking to me and looking to me for help. So that was really big. So just don't be afraid to share like the everyday real life struggle. So that's, people want to see that stuff. People want to be able to relate to you. So I'm just going to embrace those things and share them and hope that I can empower some other people that way. And then what's next for me is I really want to focus on just loving on my coaches, just giving them all my love and attention and getting to know them for who they are and figure out what makes them tick. I want to make sure that they feel good and they feel loved, and I really would just want to remind them of the things that they're good at and that they can strive for and the reason why they're here, because I know how good it feels now to like know my purpose, and I would just want to remind them of those things. And then lastly, what I'm going to do next, I mean, I could go through my whole book and share with you guys, but my next step is I'm going to make my own trainings and webinars, because it definitely makes me more credible as a coach. People will see me as an actual business owner and as a leader. So taking that next step and actually taking the time and making my own trainings that I've said I was going to do for months now and I haven't done. So it's on the list and it's going to happen. So those are my big takeaways.
You're a badass, Court. I feel like I'm seeing this whole other side that I've never seen from you guys before. You're just taking charge. I love it. Thank you for sharing. I hope you guys are taking some notes, or at least just mental notes if you're not taking actual notes, of the empowerment and the confidence that these coaches are experiencing. And I gave them all little notebooks that they can have and that they were taking notes in all weekend. But I don't want to take up too much time of me blabbing. Audrey, do you want to go next?
Hear me?
I can.
Okay. Just making sure. My laptop's making noise. All right. So and this is a really weird side note. I wrote the other day in a post that I've never been on a team retreat. And then I remembered I have. It's sort of embarrassing, but the first business or anything sales I was related in was when I was 19. I sold sex toys and like at home parties. And I went on a team retreat and it was awful. It was nothing like this. It was just a bunch of middle-aged women just wanting to get drunk and talk about, it was terrible. So no wonder I blocked it from my memory. But it just reminded me of all like the past lives that I've lived and how I'm so lucky to be in this one right now. And I don't want to let this one go. And I don't think I've ever been in a past life that I didn't want to let go. That I didn't want to just be like, oh, this sucks, I don't want to do this anymore. So the biggest takeaway from the retreat for me is that, and it seems super broad, but it's not, that this is attainable. That what the top coaches have, what Colleen has, it is right at our fingertips. And just all we have to do is literally what we're told and to be honest. Like that's the most amazing thing. Like I'm shaking thinking about it. Just being around all the people that I've never met, but that have been in this group, and I see posts, and like I thought they would seem like strangers, but every time I saw a new face come into the cabin, I immediately assigned it to a memory of something amazing they posted that inspired me, or just a beautiful selfie that I was like, oh, I can't wait to meet that person. And it literally felt like, ooh, I know this person and I can't wait to know them more. And it was incredible that all of us were in the same place and could talk about it. And I mean, super attainable. Colleen was texting Autumn right next to me. What the hell? So yeah, this is legit. This is real. And I'm so excited about it. And I think everyone that's doubted me, like in my family or my friends so far on social media, can see my genuine enthusiasm that, this isn't Mary Kay, like not to knock makeup, but this isn't that kind of LMN, what I'm trying to say, that you just end up with a closet full of inventory and, you don't change your life and you don't change anyone else's. That's my biggest takeaway. How I'm different as a person and a coach. I truly feel like a leader now. I've always been bossy. That's not the same thing. But being around all of my leaders and seeing that they feel the exact same way that I do. In your head, you would think, all the anxieties of going like to meet your icons, like when you're starstruck. You don't want them to seem like you because you want them to seem like a god or something so that they stay up here in your head. But seeing that they're just like me made me go, oh shit. Like they're not human, but I'm a leader too. And that just blew my mind. And so now I'm on the leader train hard, getting shit done, just like crazy. So yeah, really opened my eyes to that. Am I talking too fast? If I'm talking really fast. What's next for me in my business, what I will be implementing, I'm actually having to struggle super hard to keep into my power of 3 and my tasks. Because all I want to do is create duplication tutorials and leading trainings and just all these things to create these amazing leaders in Bree and I's team. So it's actually my own tasks have taken a back seat, which is, I know I need to get back on it, but it's amazing that kind of excitement when before I was scared shitless to even think about making a coach sneak peek group for my coaches. But now I'm just like, just want to do it all. And the aha moment that I had when we were all sitting around the fireplace with Jeremy, the executive, in our pajamas, talking about this business and our lives, was that aha moment made it possible for me to really get cracking on sculpting my story, which has been my hardest struggle. So I'm just, it's changed everything. Those super broad answers, but changed everything. So I'm done.
No, that was great. Give yourself credit. That was great. Yay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was hoping that you got something out of the retreat, and it sounds like you nailed it. So, and just so you guys know, I had to say this really quick, that pretty much almost everything that I planned went to crap because like the universe just conspired and hated me. Like our executive chef fell and fractured his elbow, got a concussion, and broke his hand. We didn't get the food like 3 hours before we were supposed to eat dinner. We went to the mountain to go tubing, and that was a surprise. And I went to the window to buy tickets, and they said, we can't take 15 people right now, so we didn't get to do that. The sweatshirts almost didn't fit the team. Like, it was just really crazy, but I think that the universe had those things happen for me so that my team could see me in the moment of dealing with obstacles, and not like that's anything new for me, but it was funny, you say a couple bad words, you get mad about it, and you move on. So it was fun with the team. They were so great about it, even though all these hilarious things happened. Okay. Danielle, do you want to go?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay. So my biggest takeaway was kind of similar to Audrey's when I asked Jeremy because he works with top coaches a lot. So like Lindsay Matway, Melanie Mitro, Brittany Leggett, all those people. And I asked him what they do that's maybe different than what your average coach does. And his answer was super enlightening because he was just like, the 3 vital behaviors, they just do it consistently. So inviting, being a product of the product, and personal development. And like Audrey said, it's like you hold them on such a pedestal and you play the comparison game like, oh, I could never be like that. I could never do that. Like, but in reality, they're just normal coaches like we are, but they just put the effort and energy into doing those 3 vital things every single day. So it is attainable to be a top coach, and it just requires the consistency. So there's really not much of a difference between us and top coaches. And I think that is what made me a different person and coach coming out of the retreat, is that realizing, I can do this, because you dream about it and you say like, yeah, I want this. But then you do kind of slip back into the slump. Like, oh, can I don't know if I really can, but you can. You just have to believe in yourself, keep consistent with those things. And I feel much more confident as a coach and a leader. And what's next for my business? I really want to work on building my team and my brand. So I just named my team last week, Fit and Fierce. And I really want to try to attract those people into my team and build that team mentality. Also get my team to events like Super Saturday. I want to get my new coaches to Nashville for the summit. And Mia and I are already planning a team retreat for both of our teams next year. So if you're Mia's personally sponsored or my personally sponsored, we are already looking at locations to go on a retreat with you guys. So definitely stepping up as a leader. And I'm really excited because I know that top 10 elite is capable. I'm capable of doing it, and it's there for the taking. So it was awesome.
Yeah. Danielle's my cousin, guys. Do you know that? Isn't she so pretty? We don't look alike, but thank you. And a little backstory about Danielle. She's been my cousin, obviously, my whole life. And she was like the insanity rip chick. And we always go to the beach house every summer. And I was like, Danielle, you have to coach with me. Like, she was my first dream team coach. And it just wasn't the right time in her life. And so she like kind of tried it. And then she was like, it's just not the right time. And I totally respected it. And then she came back and was like, boom. And guess what, guys? Danielle wasn't on social media for a few years. And so when she started a brand new social media account, she had 0 friends. So everything that she has done, she's grown from scratch. And so I'm really proud of her. And I just want to share that, because when we say like anything's attainable, it really, really is. So I think we just have a few more people. Janelle, are you sharing today?
Yes, I am.
All right.
It's so funny listening to everybody, and I'm sitting here talking to Keith, and I'm like, OMG, everybody's just so similar. I feel like we all kind of had the same takeaways. So my biggest takeaway from the retreat was just being with everybody, which was also my self-limiting belief that I wrote on my Chinese lantern and led away. I wanted to take away from the retreat was just being and enjoy the time that I had with the team and just be me and just be myself and try new things. And, it's not team, like it's not really work related, but I had my first time playing foosball. Like that was awesome. Like it was my first time in Cali. I had met some of these coaches for the first time, and like Audrey said, it's like, you're like putting a body to the face, and you just enjoyed each other's time. We laughed our asses off. I never played charades before. I played that. Like, it was hysterical. Like, my stomach hurt. Like, I didn't even have to do an ab workout. We just laughed so much. Like, just so ridiculous, so inappropriate, so real deal. Like, no filter, but everybody had a blast, and we were all comfortable with each other. I mean, there were 15 humans, you guys, in a house. We had 6 people in a bedroom, okay? Imagine 6 females, like, trying to get ready and shower and everything, but everybody worked together. There were no issues, no fighting. Everybody got along. Like, we all communicated. We knocked on doors of people, There was a lot of bodies in that house, and everybody got along. We cuddled. We had a blast, and I shared that with my team. And, even while I was in Cali, I hosted 2 team calls. I'm 1 month into hosting my team calls. I've had, anywhere between 5 to 7 people on my calls, which is amazing. And so I shared that with my team and how it's so important to just be and enjoy each other and be comfortable and grow relationships with this team, because these people are going to be your best friends. I honestly don't know what I would do without some of these, these coaches. Like Candace is my girl. I would have never met Candace if it weren't for Beachbody, and I went and stayed with her and slept in her bed. And I was like, thanks, Cody, her husband. Thanks for letting me sleep with your wife for the week. Like, he went and slept in the garage and let me sleep with Candace. So it's like, it was just so funny and so crazy, because I can't imagine my life without you guys. And everybody was just so comfortable with each other. So that was like my biggest takeaway. And, I went on the deck like every morning, and I just like inhaled and exhaled. And I was like, dude, you're in Tahoe. Like, this is part of my language, like fucking gorgeous. Like, it was unreal. Like, I just had to keep telling myself, like, this is real life. This is attainable. And that was like how I'm a different person out of the retreat. Like, this is attainable. Like, I was like, if Colleen can do this, I can do this. Look at everybody here. And then today I started thinking about it, like, there's 15 bodies in this house. That's 15 lives that Colleen's changed. And then how many lives have we changed? And it's like, so many people have just been affected by like one person's decision to go against the grain and do them and start with a fitness program and Shakeology. And it's just so important to continue where we started too. We need to talk about our Shakeology, our fitness products, like Jeremy said, the 3 vital behaviors, and we need to be consistent with that. We need to show people that you can do a workout from start to finish. I need to, and like, we need to be real and share the struggle. Like, I have an injury right now, and I don't share that enough. I should be sharing that like every day. I should be sharing that I'm doing my Shakeology every day, because even though the struggles are happening, I'm still being consistent and finding the light in the dark. And, I'm working on myself in other aspects. I'm doing the personal development. I'm meditating. I'm doing yoga. And so other people are struggling too, and everybody's at a different point in their journey. So it's just really important to keep up with the 3 vital behaviors. And it's just so simple. Like, if you just do the work and put your blinders on and just keep your game face on and recruit like a boss, the people that you want by your side on this journey, you can do it too. And that's what I took away from this, that it's totally attainable. And then, oh my God, I'm so out of breath. I don't even think I like took a breath in that whole and exhale. I'm passion sweating. Like, I get so jacked up. Okay. And lastly, that was lastly. What's next? I want to recruit like a mofo. Like, I'm always like, talk to all the humans. But like, since I've hosted 2 team calls, like even when I was in Cali, it was so awesome, because like my team gets like, they look forward to the calls. They're like, are we doing a team call on Monday? And I'm like, do you guys want to do a team call on Monday? Like, I get so excited because people are looking to me to help fuel their fire. And I want to find more humans that want to live their best and happiest and healthiest, most fulfilling lives. Like, I see you cheesing down there, Craig, and like, you're getting me so jacked up, because it's like, it makes me so excited when people like take this opportunity by the balls and like run with it. Like, this is pure gold. We're literally waking up to be ourselves, live a happy, healthy life, and share that and pay that forward with other people. It's like, hi, like, you're getting paid to be you. Like, Candace posted her ugly cry video earlier, and it's like, we get to do this for, I would do this for free, even if I wasn't going to pay for it. So I'm recruiting like a mofo, because I want to find more humans that I can help change their lives. Like, I want to pay this goodness forward to so many people. I want to put so much love and goodness into my team and just help them reach their goals, because they can do this too. And it's just amazing, the possibilities and the opportunity that is right in front of us. And all started with the health and fitness program. So I'm just going to wrap it up, because I know I'm like, I could talk forever. So
Filma has to go too. So
I know. Sorry, I'm saying.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Go.
No, you're good.
Hi, everybody. Basically, you guys just basically listed everything that I wanted to say. So I'm probably just going to keep it short and sweet. You guys can hear me, right? I'm not talking to myself, right? Okay, cool. So basically, other than I loved just hanging out with everyone, we shared so much together. And by the way, I made Jeremy cry. I don't know if any of you guys knew that with my wife's story. So that was kind of epic. I made the executive president cry with my wife's story. It kind of took me back into kind of how I wanted to incorporate more of my why in my posts and everything like that. I was trying to actually get away from it for a little while. I was trying to put more fitness this and blah, 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 and it just wasn't working. And it's really because I wasn't doing what I was doing to be unique. And he kind of pointed that out to me when he was talking to me while I was like sobbing my eyes out in front of him. And I constantly apologized to him for making him cry and crying in front of him. But that was another thing. Really just stick to the basics, the 3 vital behaviors, and also it's really more like what you are doing, not what you aren't doing. Kind of hit on what you are doing and make that strong. Post things about what makes you unique, and that's the type of people that you're going to attract. Another thing I wanted to go over that I learned there with Jeremy, do a few things consistently every day, since it takes a prospect to kind of realize and kind of see what you're doing. It takes them like 10 to 20 times to actually see something and realize it. And most of the time, that's when they're actually going to reach out to you, if you've been reaching out to them consistently, you know. Another thing, be duplicatable. I think someone did mention that, but in other words, but yes, be duplicatable and keep it, like I said before, keep it easy. Don't try and rediscover Beachbody. Just basically research the top coaches or research your idols out there, kind of follow what they're doing and put your own little flair into it. That's basically what we're all doing here, is we're trying to duplicate those top coaches and what they're doing. Let's see. And the last thing really, the best way I learned how to coach is Colleen didn't baby me at all. She didn't baby me, and I tend to kind of baby my coaches. And we kind of learned that with Jeremy. If you're babying your coaches, you're not being a good leader, because you're always on them, and that's not the best way to learn. So for me in the future, I'm going to back off of you guys for a little bit. All my team, I know I can be on you guys a little bit. So I'm going to back off a little bit. And if you need my help, I'm here. Any of you guys in the team want to talk to me, I'm here. And earlier I was trying to figure out how to unmute my thing. I just wanted to give a shout out. I should have done it earlier. Chelsea, thank you so much. Chelsea Rowell, you rocked it. Okay. You rocked holding the team together while I was gone. Thank you so much. And for Devin also, he's just a few more weeks into becoming a lifetime diamond. He was trying to be on the call today, but he got stuck at work and car's not working, stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Yay. And Filma, side note, in the next few days, you should reshare your why in our team page. I don't want to make you do it right now because we're running out of time, but I think it's really amazing. Like, to get you to say that more and more out loud, it's going to put it out there in front of you. I know that. So, and it inspires the team. So, yeah. So we could seriously spend hours and hours going over things from the retreat and how we felt and what we experienced. But there were two things that I took notes on today that I was thinking. I'm always feisty when I do my personal development, and I thought of this and I had to write it down. So if you don't recruit, you will quit and you will fall off. And why is that? Because this team, all the people that are here, you guys are the reason I keep coming back. When I don't feel like doing my work and when I'm having a bad day, you guys are the reason that I come back. So if you're scared of recruiting, or if you're scared of sharing this awesome experience, or just sharing your life, I urge you to think different, because you will quit, you will fall off if you don't have that team there with you. When I was able to watch the team get behind the photo shoot today, this weekend, behind that lens, I've never seen smiles like that before on their faces, and I see their selfies all the time. They have this new confidence and this new empowerment that's come over them. And so because I saw that and I had that experience, now I want to do even more and bigger things. So, and then the other thing, I've kind of been hearing this a lot lately with new coaches, is like that Beachbody's oversaturated, or that this is like, not, it's like a fad thing. So I challenge you to think in a perspective. If you were to remove all of the Beachbody coaches within Dream Corp and the coaches that you know from your newsfeed, when's the next time you would see Beachbody? When's the next time you would have Beachbody pop up in your life? Probably not never, because maybe you'd see an infomercial again. But the only reason you feel like it's oversaturated is because you're in the community and we live, breathe, eat, sleep Beachbody. So remove yourself from that BS excuse and get out there and share your story, because this is one of the opportunities where you are unique. No one else has your story. No one else has your current situation, your past, your fitness journey. No one has that. And so that's what makes Beachbody special beyond a product. We are one of 4 direct selling companies that has a customer base so big that we have a lead program. So what that means is, for example, people don't go to marykay.com and order jewelry. Maybe they go to Tupperware.com and order Tupperware, but I'm pretty sure that they go to Target or Walmart or whatever, right? But if people want P90X, if they want the best workout programs, where do they go? They go to Beachbody.com, or they find a coach. Most people don't, not everyone knows that we have the coach network, which is why we have to share it. But Beachbody gives us these free customers. Like, that's mind-blowing. We're not just a distributor-based company, which a lot of network marketing companies are. So, I mean, I'm proud of that. I know this is all like jargon to a lot of people, but I'm proud of the fact that our company spends so much money on advertising. And if you think about it, all those talk shows in the morning, like Shaun T goes on there, Tony Horton goes on there, Shalene Johnson goes on there, like, we're everywhere. This is beyond even just a healthy lifestyle. So does anyone have any questions now that I'm out of breath too? Are you guys just excited and pumped, or what? So the next what?
Oh, I did just want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
After Brianna and I's very first team call last night, we were like super jacked up and pumped. I made like a passion refresher video. And actually, is it okay if I share the link for it in the comments of this team call thread?
Absolutely.
Because it's just like sort of what we were trying to like convey to them, like, ah! And so, but it's pretty cool. So I'm going to share it.
Sweet. I'd like to even see that myself. Did I cut anyone else off? No? Okay. So here's my challenge for you guys. 2 things. When you get off this call, I want you to mark down the weekend or day of April 2nd on your calendar, because that's our next Team Beachbody event. Sometimes they're on Friday, sometimes they're on Sunday. So you're going to look at your area. And if you don't know where to find Super Saturday events, guess what you can do? You can Google it. We're going to be the most resourceful, independent team out there. You can Google anything and it comes up. So you just Google Super Saturday Team Beachbody events. And guess what? Guess who's speaking in Miami Super Saturday in front of 1,500 people with Bonnie Engel? This girl. I'm freaking out. I got invited. So if you're in Florida, you'll be able to see me there. and that's where I will be. But that's the next event. And unfortunately, everything else for the big events is sold out. So stay tuned for the next one after that. But the second thing is, I'm asking you guys, how has coaching changed your life? It can be as small as, I now have Shakeology for dessert instead of 2 brownies. If coaching has changed your life in terms of this team call tonight, how has coaching changed your life? And I want to urge you guys to make a post about it tonight and share it. Okay? Ta-da! Thank you so much, everyone. I wish I could go back to the retreat. That was so great, and I'm proud of all the leaders for sharing. And we had 50 people, record, on the call tonight. I'll post the recording, so tag your coaches if they missed it, and have a good night. See you guys later.